Okay, so this video I'm going to show you how to do Google Forms, which is where you want to capture the information for people. Once they've watched the video, you want to ask them questions and you want to capture that information. So I'm going to start from the beginning again. You want to log on to your Gmail account. All right, that's the easiest way to get in, gmail.com, and choose an account. This is the one you want. I'm not going to say the password just because you know what it is already. And then once you're logged on, this is where you start, because now you have access to create the website, and you also have access to create these forms, right? So I'm going to open up a new site or a new tab here. I'm going to go to forms.google.com. So you can see I've already typed it in there, forms.google.com. Right now, what's this? This is going to give you the ability to create a questionnaire that you can put up on your website and have people to access that questionnaire and ask them whatever questions you want. So I'll show you how to build one, and then I'll show you how to put it up on the website, and then I'm going to show you how to get the information from it. So we'll start with a new one. I always start with blank because it's just easiest for me. And we'll give it a, you can do the tour if you want and see what it's all about, but I'm not going to. So I'm going to say that this is video questions 1. You'll give it a better title because you'll know what the video is about, right? And I'm going to click up here where it says untitled form, and it will change that, so that's good. So video questions 1, and of course you're going to probably want to know who is watching these videos, right? So I'm going to just type in name, and it's smart enough to know if I type in name here, it's going to say change this over to a short answer question, and so people can type their name in. You might also want to know their email address. That's up to you. You may not. If you do, it'll collect that information for you. Totally up to you. You don't have to say that. And then every new question that I want, I click the plus button right here. I'm going to add a new question, and I can decide what sort of question I want to ask. I can decide, do I want a multiple choice question? Check boxes mean that there's more than one answer, right? So that would be like, what's your favorite color? And maybe you can choose 2 or 3 different colors to be your favorite color, and then you could choose 2 or 3 different ones. A drop-down menu will open up a thing like this where they can look at all of them and choose. You can make them upload a file, which you're probably not going to do. You can do a short answer, which is just like a sentence, or you can make them write a paragraph, which again, you're probably not going to do. You can also do a multiple choice grid, which is if you want to ask a bunch of questions, like you get a questionnaire that says, rank these following items from best to worst, you know, or 1 to 5 or something like that, and then it has a list of items, and then you can go down and rank each one best to worst or whatever. You can play around with those, whatever you want. If you need some advice on those, give me a holler and I'll let you know. So let's say question 1, yes, no. Right, you said you wanted to ask a lot of yes, no questions, right? So that's a multiple choice question. And option 1 here, I can type in the word yes, or I can just go up here and say add the option for no, right? And you want to put the question in here, right? So what did you like this video, right? So you want to type your question in right there, and then you can decide if they have to answer this or not. If you make it required, then they'll be required to answer it before they can move on. If you don't, then they won't, right? Then the next one, I click the plus button and add the next one. Do you want to see more videos? And that could be a yes and no question. Do you like this format? How about, is the website easy to use? Right? And you can give it even a scale of 1 to 5. Website easy to use. It's suggesting maybe a scale of 1 to 5, right? Or to change that to how easy is this website to use? So you might want to do that. And then, or you can even label them here, easy. Okay, so let's say that's enough questions. And then I'm all set, right? So The cool thing about doing it with Google is you don't have to save it. It automatically saves it. And so then I can send it. I could email it to a bunch of people. I can get a link, which is what you'll need a little bit later. I can embed it, and you don't even need to do that later. I'll show you how to do all this stuff. And then you can click send. I'll show you how to do all this stuff whenever it's time to put it up on the website. But those are some things that you can do. You can also look at your responses here, and it'll show you what the responses are. Of course, you don't have any responses yet, so I'm going to show you how to get a response now. So let's say I sent it, and I link it here. I'm going to copy this link, and then I'm going to open it up in another tab, as if I'm a user, right? So this is the video questions one now as if I was a user. So if I would access this on the website or access this via email or whatever, this is what the user would see, right? So my name. I like this video. Of course I like this video. You want to see more videos? Absolutely. Website, super easy to use. And I had that other question, and I should have deleted it, but I didn't. It's fine. Click option 1. And then I'm going to submit. So as a user, I have answered all the questions, and I submit my responses. And it says your response has been recorded. Now, users, by default, they can go ahead and answer again if they want. And that's one of the reasons that you should always ask for a name or some sort of identifying thing, because then the person can go back in and answer again if they want. So now as the administrator, as the person who created the form, I can go back over here, and I can look, and I see I've got one response now. So I can click on that and see what my responses were. So my one response was from a guy named Ruben Stemple. He did like the video. He wants to see more videos, and he thought the website was easy to use. And then he clicked option 1 here, which, whatever. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that option 1 because that was silly. So if you have a question that you want to delete, all you got to do is highlight it and click the trash button here, and it'll go away. So now it won't show up anymore. Right? It still has my response for that one in here. Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay, I thought it would keep my response, but I guess it doesn't. So then you can see what individual questions are. You can look at individual responses to the questionnaire, whatever you want to do. So now you have this questionnaire set up, and we got to get it set up into the website. Right? So now you have it. You created it. And so I'm going to go back into my website, which if you watch the other video, we've already set this up. So I'm going to go to sites.google.com, back to my website here, Hagen's Christian Church, and I'll go to the one that we had put in there before, which was the Bible study videos. Right? So this is the one that we had put in before, and I want to add my form in there. So it's super easy to add the form in there. You just go down to Insert, and all the way down to Forms, right? And since you're doing all this in the same account, your form is in there. Right? Now you can make different forms. You can have a whole list of forms in there if you want. And I'll just click it, say insert, and it'll put it right into my website. Now I can move it around. I can put it right up here so that it's part of this. And you see, though it kind of gets long there, but I can change it so that it's not so long. You'll get used to it. It's a little bit difficult to do this part, but you got to kind of keep scrolling up. So you can change it, put it that way, or you can move it down here and give it its own spot, whatever you want to do. Doesn't matter. You know, the website will let you do most things. I mean, it's pretty easy to get along with this website. Oops. Scrolls a little bit funny. And then once you're done, of course, you have to publish it. So let's say I've published this now, and you can see what it's going to look like when it's done and what it used to look like. So let's say I publish it. Okay, so now let me go back over to Hagen's Christian Church. And then I can go to the Bible study videos, and maybe I need to refresh it. There it is. So there's my video questions. Now I have two options as a user. I can scroll down and answer it right here in the website. Right? I can give it a name. 2. Right? I say I didn't like the video that time. I do want to see more, but didn't really like it. You know. And let's say I think the website's really difficult to use. So I can submit my form there, or I can click right here and I can open that up in a new website. Right? So I have the option as a user. You, as the administrator, now look like I've got 2 responses here. Right? So I can see both my responses. And I can see the summary of those responses, right? Ribbon simple, ribbon 2. One guy didn't like the video, one guy did. They all want to see more. One thought it was easy, one thought it was difficult. Right? So you can create those forms and add them right into your website. All right, I'm going to go on and make a 3rd video for updating YouTube.